Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, welcome back to another video, guys. It is about 1:15. What the fuck am I doing up at this time? And today's going to be a little bit of a different video. Today, we are going to be doing a species challenge, and it's coinciding with the start of the Big Lurf Winter League, which actually started a couple of days ago. This is the first day I've had an opportunity to get out, and the weather's been alright. So, the aim of today is catch as many species as possible. All saltwater. Within the Big Lurf Winter League, you can do freshwater as well, but I'm not entering that sort of realm. It gets nuts chasing species around the country. Just gonna see what we can catch. Not quite on my doorstep, but pretty much on my doorstep up here in North East. I'm starting off in Hartlepool at the Marina. I've got here to catch the last of the dark before it gets light this morning. See if I can get a flounder. It's all very dependent on water clarity. This marina has like lock gates, they open and shut, and when they let a load of water in, the water loses all clarity. And evidently last night they let a load in, so I'm just hoping that overnight it's settled a little bit. But if it's not, we'll do some blind casting and see if we can tick off a couple of species just casting, whiting and coalies and things like that. And then as the sun gets up, I'm meeting up with Kev, who's a local, and we're going to go and try some rock pooling for some of the smaller species, scorpions, shanies, that sort of thing. Trying to tick off some gobies, and then from there I'm going to head off to a different spot, just a little way up the coast, and there's a spot where people have been catching haddock quite regularly on bait, so I'm going to try and tick one of them off as well. Obviously all we'll do today is going to be on lures or artificial bait, you know, starch baits like the Isomay and Berkeley Gulp and things like that. So yeah, that's the plan, and then probably going to end up back here this evening, providing that the wind stays off and the clarity is there. But we'll see how we go. Let's get to it. Okay, I've not got a look at the water yet, but like I said, there's all hinges on the clarity being there. It might clear out as the day goes on. There's no wind today, so fingers crossed. This first look at the water could be quite important. Let's get the old headlamp on. Make sure it's it's the lowest setting, get on the brightest setting. No, it's not great. There's enough. I'll put my second rod in my bag down and have a little wander along, see what we see. Lean that there. Let's have a look. Walk out here first. Oh, I should be able to see them if they're here. Obviously, we'll look. I don't think I've even mentioned it. First thing I'm doing is looking for flounder. So we'll have a look here for flounder first, and if nothing else, then we'll go and investigate other species. There's a lot more water in than there was last time I was there. Right, let's have a look along. Right, there's one here. Seen one straight away. See what we can do. Not near, not close enough. Oh, check my drag. Yeah, it's fine. Right. It's moving. It's moving. Stop, 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 stop. And he's gone. Well, that's the first rejection out of the way. Okay, I can't see any more flounder, but this is quite a good spot to try to pick off a couple of the micro species, common and sand goby. So I'm just going to get the little rod out, with tiny little hooks on, or a tiny little hook, and try and tick them off, because it's not the most, well, for some people it is, it's not the most enjoyable thing for me to do. So if I can get them ticked off early, that would be quite nice. To be honest, I'm going to struggle to tell the difference between the common and sands without someone here to help me, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just walking along the edge of the water here, just checking in between like the cracks in the slabs. They're only very small, you know, that sort of size and smaller. And they're quite easy to miss. To be honest, my goby spotting eye isn't fantastic. I've been here with the guys before, and they've been, oh, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, and I just can't see them for love nor money. So I maybe won't give this too long. There's one. Got it. Right. No idea if that's a... Oh, don't come back. I've got a little viewing tank here, which is going to be the easiest way to photograph as well. Get a little bit of water in it. And then we'll take it back over here, have a little look at it, and get your photograph for the comp. There we go. That's the first species ticked off. Now, what species it is, I'm unsure. I think it's a common goby, but I will. Let's get a light on it so you can see it. Hold on. I'll get that clarified. It's either a common or a sand. I don't know which. Yeah, we'll get the photographs taken for the Big Love Winter League with my card and the photo and the lure, and then we'll try and catch something else. Okay, that's that little fish all photographed. Little goby. I'm going to put it back now. There you go, mate. And there he is. Well, that's one of the awkward species ticked off. See if we can get one or two more. Ooh, come here. I'll put this one in the tank as well. I'm not sure. I think it's the same one. After a couple of text backs and forwards, I think they're all sand gobies, but I'll put it in the tank. We can double check it in a minute. I think the smaller ones I'm seeing are the commons, and the ones I've been catching are the sands. The commons seem to be way more spooky. There's one out there. Oh, you bugger. Whatever this wants is, I think it's a stickleback. It's attacking my cheb weight, but I can't get it to hit the... Oh, you bugger. This fish is bound to get bored in a sec. Got it. What is it? Stickleback. Yes! That was always going to be a hard one. Fantastic. Right. Give you a very quick look at it. And then we'll get it photographed and get it back. Oh, brilliant. That was going to be a difficult one. Right, get the card out. You have to have your card and a lure. Your lure, you caught it on every photo. Okay, this fish just sit still. Well, that is not good. Maybe got 1.5 foot of clarity. So these are like 2 spots we'll be able to spot flounder, which is not great. I'm glad I ticked off stickleback because there's loads of them here and I would definitely have been fishing for them. It's the most frustrating thing in the world, so I'm glad I ticked that off already. I haven't got to bother. I think I'll wander around, have a few cast blind in some likely spots for coalies and whiting, just to kill some time, and then that should take us up to roundabout when Kev should be getting here, and then we can go and do a bit of rock pooling, which should be on the card, so it shouldn't be affected by the clarity. The clarity is just bad here because they've let a load of water in through the lock gates yesterday. I don't know how long it usually takes to settle, if I'm honest, but we've got till tonight, so hopefully by later on in this video I can be a bit more positive. I'm going to switch the headlamp on for a bit now, have a few blind casts, see if we can tick off a couple of species blind. I think I'll switch on something bigger. So Kev had a scorp and a shanny pretty much straight away, and he's using quite a big soft plastic. So I'm going to take off my little tiny hook and put on something not massive, but just so it's a bit more presence. The rock pools are more coloured than we expect them to be, so I think I might need to grab their attention a little bit rather than being finessing. Okay, just nothing huge, but just to show you that very quickly. Just a little bit of isomate on the back of a size 10 hook, just so a bit more presence. What you saying?
Something in there. See that hole there?
Yeah.
Something just got my lure there. It's a rock.
Oh, Scott. I thought that was a rockland as it came out. I genuinely thought it was a rockland. Cool. Right, let's get my card out. Okay, that's species number 3, and that is long spine sea scorpion. So you can see why it's called that. It's the spines on the back of its head. Very aggressive little fish. Make up quite a bit of an LRF angler's catch over a year. It's quite nice to get ticked off early. Now we'll try and find a shanny. Kev's had both already, so I've got to play catch up. Oh, bugger! Just pulled the rod tip round. I didn't look it. Got him. Oh, it's a bloody scorp. Yeah. Oh well, pretty all the same. There you go, that's what I've been getting bites off thinking it was a shanny. A little bit of clarity to this one. A little bit of clarity to this one. Oh. Got a baby scorp. Tiny one. Not even hooked. Just holding onto the bait. There you go. There you go. Just dropping back in the water, might let go, I think. There we go. What's that? Got something. Shanny. Yes! Brilliant. With a ledge here, isn't there? There we go. That's what I've been trying to get. Oh, they bite as well, so you have to be a little bit careful. Cool. Alright, get my card out. There we go, that's what I was after. So really, the two targets I had from coming to the rock pools were a scorp and a shanny. And I've got both of them, so anything else from here is a bonus. So we'll get this back and have a little go of something else. What we've got there? Tiny scorp. Look at that. Real baby.
Oh, yeah,
They're cute as that one that size, isn't they? Yeah. Come on, mate, back to your ball. Back to your little ball. Got it. It's a fucking great big scorp.
What a beast. Just check it. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Look at that.
Oh well, that's exciting enough.
Look at that. Massive.
I can't get the bloody hook out.
I've fished this pool up there.
There we are.
Stop when I realise I'm not going to put the fish back.
Yeah.
Back inside.
Four sips on that one. go. Wow. And a baby scaup. In the water, mate. There we go. Another giant scaup. I tell you what, these new hooks are nailing them.
The hooks are the ones you got off.
Yeah, the ones that turned up by mistake. Yeah, I can't find them anywhere else online. All right, come on, mate. There you go. Just put a new bit of bait on. Don't eat it. There we go. Oh, bloody great big shanny. Oh, scoop just shot out. There's a great big shanny down here. Yeah. Try to get this scoop off as quick as possible. Oh, he's pinched me bloody worm. The sea's starting to get a little bit angry and it's going to start covering up these rock pools quite quickly, so we've got to keep an eye on what it's doing. Just got to be ever so careful about getting caught out. So there's one more little pool up ahead of me. I'm going to try that, but facing the sea, not moving back to it, and keep my eyes on it, and then we're going to make a swifty retreat, I think. What have we got there? A bigger shanny here, Kev. A bigger shanny. Yeah. I think. Yeah, shanny. There we go. It's a bigger version. The one we caught earlier. Let's get a bit of a closer look. Very aggressive fish. Actually got some pretty nasty teeth. You don't want to get. I've been bitten by one once. It wasn't very nice, so I don't plan on doing it again. Okay, we're going to pull off the rock pools now. So he's coming up. Got what I needed, or got what I wanted out of there, which was a shanny and a scaup, and I had a couple of shannies and absolutely loads of scaups. It's good fun. Killed an hour. Now I've got to make a decision what I'm doing next. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Essentially, get in the car and see where it takes me. Okay, we have arrived at the next venue, and target here. Well, target's anything really, because we're not really caught much of what we're after. But dream scenario is whiting, dab, and there's an outside chance for haddock. There's been plenty getting caught. There's a hell of a lot of anglers here, so we have to try and just slot ourselves in between. It's not ideal when you're trying to fish light lures. You don't want to wipe anyone out or get caught up in another slime. But we're going to give it a go anyway for a little while and see what we can scratch out. Well, I can't see myself doing this much longer, if I'm honest. It's far too crowded to fish effectively. I sort of tucked in between. So a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 18 bait rods. So I'm literally pinned in. I can't really move around or cover any ground. I'm just sort of hoping to bump into a fish. So unfortunately, I think this is a bit of a waste of time. I'm going to give it another, what's the time? Give it another 5 minutes. Give it to 1/4 past. I had a bite straight away, but nothing since. Another 5 minutes, nothing happens. Plan, I don't know what we're on, plan E, plan F. We're working our way towards Z. Oh, I've changed my mind. I was going to go to the car and get a little rod out and have a go down the side. I think I'll save that for a day when the water's a bit clearer and there's less people. So I am going to move now, head off to the next spot and try our luck there. Okay, some keen-eyed and long-time viewers amongst you may recognise the spot. It's somewhere I fished earlier this year and managed to fluke a codling. So I'm going to try and repeat that today. It's quite a small spot. There's a couple of little small spots here, but they're quick to fish spots, so probably won't be here that long. And then we'll probably bounce back to where we started this morning at Marina. But I'm half expecting the clarity still would not be great, but I'm at least hoping that in darkness we'll be able to catch a few fish casting blind, whiting, coalie, pollock, maybe a flounder, that sort of thing. But before that point, I'm hoping we can tick off a species or two here. What are we on now? 4 species? Still on 4 species, I should say. We're on sand goby, stickleback, long spine sea scorpion, and a shanny. So I'd quite like the end of the day on sort of 7 or 8. That'd be quite respectable, and sets us up quite nicely for the rest of the winter league. See what we can do. Right, I think I'm going to go. I want to have a few casts here in the dark, but it's like I'm wasting my time at the moment. I can't see anything, and I think there's enough fish here to be sort of covering water. But it is very clear, so I think once it's dark, I'm going to be able to headlamp them if there's any fish in there. So there's another little spot around the corner I keep meaning to check out. It's like an open beach spot. Probably more of a summer mark than this time of year, but I want to check it out anyway. So we'll go around there. If it looks like it's worth having a few casts, it's not too swelly or too coloured, we'll have a few casts and head back here for dark. Christ, there's a lot of driving today, put a lot of miles under for not a lot of fish. You've got to keep going, it'll come good in the end. Okay, I've had a quick look at the sea. There's too much swell to fish the beach, but I've just seen this little rock groin just up the way. So I'm going to have a little while in there, just while I'm waiting to get dark, really, just to kill some time. And then we'll go back to that little pool and see what I can see under a headlamp. Well, that didn't exactly go to plan. Lost 2 rigs, too much swell running. It's very, very snaggy, so I think I'm just going to sit in my car for an hour, wait for the light to die. I might even try and shut my eyes. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. I'll shut my eyes for half hour, 45 minutes, and then be reinvigorated again once it gets dark. I think that's got to be the best plan. Okay, it is just about dark. I'm going to head down to that little pool now. It's going to be very disappointing if I don't see anything. I'm hoping there's a flounder, at least one, that I might be able to pinch, and then I'm heading back all the way to Hartlepool to fish the evening back in the marina where I started this morning. So, see what we can find. This has been very disappointing. I at least thought I'd see some fish, even if I didn't catch them. I saw a handful of what maybe 3 or 4 herring. That's it. Right, I should do a very quick scanning lap now. Just see if we can find those herring again. If I can't find them, I'm out of here. There they are. Right. Maybe I want my metal. Probably not. What are they? Not whatever they are, they're not interested in what I'm offering them. Well, after all that messing around, it was an absolute waste of time, so I'm now going to get back in the car and head back to Hartlepool. So we are back where we started this morning. So essentially we had a whole lot of driving today for absolutely nothing. Could have just stayed here all day, but anyway, we're back now. I'm going to be honest, it's been a bit of a, I want to say tough, but actually I really want to say shitty. It's been a shitty day. The fishing's been crap. So this is a last hurrah now. If we can get one good fish, just to round off the day and round off the video, I'd be very, very happy. You know, round the day off with 5 or 6 species. So let's see what we can do. Okay. It's tangled up now, look.
Got a snag on it. They absolutely love yellow.
Good to see you've not seen that without your glasses, but he's got them on.
Tonight goes a nightmare for hooking things on.
Yeah, when you don't have use your bloody fingers properly.
Trying to thread that round a 26.
Yeah.
Masking the point. There.
That's it.
Right. And a bit of green.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Yeah, I've caught most of mine on yellow.
Weird. This one.
That's a better size bait as well. Oh, yellow. Deadly.
Common.
What do you reckon?
Or sand.
Very dark.
2 stripes, you laughing?
Whee! Alright, I can fuck them off now.
Me? I'm really a good guy.
That's it.
Yeah, we found bright colours, didn't we, Bill? Like that there.
Yeah, the yellow's the one, isn't it?
Yeah. Mainly yellow.
Weird, that, innit? How many times that bright green wasn't? They weren't interested.
Yeah.
I'd never have given that. Like,
Well, same as pink cheb, I'm talking nothing.
well, that's sad. They've been going for me cheb the whole time. Like,
But even pink ISO, you get a couple on pink ISO, but not as many as well as a bit of yellow.
There you go.
Oh, that was fun.
Now there we go. Messing around this morning, I couldn't get one. Got a couple of expert guides with me, and
That's all you need, a good guide.
I put one in, literally switched from a bright green to a yellow, and you would never have.
First cast?
Aye, literally first cast with the right colour. That's common go we ticked off as well. Brilliant. Alright, that's species number 5 ticked off. That's actually, we could be on for 7 species if we can get a couple of what are meant to be the easier ones out of here. Whiting and a coaly maybe. Flounder maybe not because we can't see them. I could end up on 7 species, so 7 species wouldn't be too sad, even though it seems like it's been a hard, well, it has been a hard day. Seems like it's been a poor day. We could maybe save something. Oh, we got something. It's quite hefty actually. Coley, big coley, big pollock. Net's all the way back down there. Don't pop off, don't pop off, don't pop off. Am I going to swing it? Where's my net? I'm going to swing it, I'm going to have to. Oh, yes. There's a pollock. It is a pollock. Alright, well, I'm sitting here editing this video and I've got to put a little bit of a caveat in. After I finished fishing for the day and entered my fish into the Big Lurf Winter League, I was then informed that this pollock is a coalfish. Which is quite important because later on in this video, you'll notice I start throwing lots of pollock back, thinking I needed coalfish only and I'd already had the pollock. This is quite frustrating, but just keep that in mind that from here on out in the video, I think I've had a pollock and I haven't. I've had a coalfish and still need pollock. So just keep that in mind and don't get too frustrated with how many times I say I've had a pollock when I haven't. brilliant. Absolutely bloody fantastic. Right, let's put it in my net so it doesn't disappear. Okay, very quickly, rough and ready. That's a pollock, so that's number 6. Brilliant. I wasn't really expecting a pollock, so we still get coalie and a whiting. Really good, really pleased. Right, I'm taking my net down with me this time. That's good, that's good. See if we can nick a coalie now. That would be very nice. And then all we've got to do is find a bloody flounder. Oh, and a whiting. I feel like now the night's turned up, we went round the other side again where I was expecting to get them this morning. We'd probably get our whiting, so we'll do that before the night's up. But definitely going to have a handful more casts doing this, because that wasn't the only bite I had. Well, I didn't get that on GoPro, which is annoying, but I've just had my whiting, which puts me on 7 species, which is great. But we try now, we can aim for double figures, which would be absolutely fantastic. But it's one photograph for the comp first, and then we carry on. And you can see my jig head there. It's a 2 gram jig head. I think it's a size 8 hook and an Eco Gear Shirasso. It's exactly the same thing as I had the pollock on, and it's been what I've been catching my flounder on recently. Exactly the same setup. So it's a nice sort of cover everything sort of rig. But yeah, we get this whiting back now and try and tick off something else. If I can make it the trifecta and have a coalie doing this, I would be absolutely ecstatic. And I think I might, now I know the fish are on, I might go back to where I fluked that codling last week. It was just a 1, but if there's one, there might be another one there. It's the only thing I've got to go on. So maybe one more cast here and then we'll have a little move, go and see what Peter's up to. See if he's found anything interesting. And then go looking for a codling. Okay, let's go and catch up with Peter, see if he's found anything. Oh, buggers have nicked my tail off my Shirasso. Still catch fish. Hello, what's this? Big, get in. Yes!
Collie.
Yeah. Just switch to a lighter jig head. Is it a coalie? No, it's a bloody whiting. Oh, bugger. Look, it's just coughed up. Look, it's just coughed up.
Sangobi.
Prawn.
Oh yeah.
That's why they're mid-water.
Yeah.
Well, chances of sight fishing anything have actually dropped to 0 now, so I'm just going to have a few just blind casts, I guess, just swimming it. Let's see if I can pick up anything. It's not feeling great for it, but you never know. I've got something. It feels quite big actually. That could be a flounder. What is it? Be a flounder or a coalie? What is it? Oh, no time for uppers and phones now. Be a flounder or a coalie? It's not a flounder. What is it? Ooh, that's a pollock, I think. That is a pollock. Yep. Well, I got the heart pumping for a second because it actually did feel like a flounder, but it is a pollock. Not a bad one, like, ooh, on that knife yet. Certainly ready to go out. There we go. That's encouraging. I've had a few more blind casts. One of them might be a coalfish. I am getting pretty close to calling it, I think. The conditions have been against us all day, but they're just worsening as the night goes on now. The wind's picked up, which is, you know, when we're lacking in clarity anyway, is helping even less. So I don't know how much more I've got in me. I might just drive around the other side because it looks like the wind's pushing this way. So I might just drive around the other side rather than walking, because I think I'm done with walking for today, if I'm honest. Just have a quick look, just a little look over the wall, see if there's any calm spots over there. There was quite a few coalfish over there the other day as well. So I might just go around there and have a handful of blind casts, just to satisfy the knowledge that I couldn't have got one more. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a drive around the other side. It's a bit yuck and wet. I'm going to have a handful of casts and then call it a day, I think. Okay, what the fucking holy shit am I doing? It's freezing cold, it's raining. I mean, it's 5 o'clock this morning. I am going home. That's enough. What? You know, you just have to give your head a bit of a wobble and go, what are you doing? Well, I just had that moment and now I'm going home. Oh my god, that was painful at times. I had enjoyable moments today, but most of it was hard work and painful. So we're gonna call it a day, probably about 5 hours later than I should have done. But I'm nothing if I'm not determined or pig-headed, depending on which angle you come from. But I'm gonna call it a day there. I was aiming for double figures as far as like numbers of species go. We topped up on 8. I couldn't get those last 2. But there you go. I think we was up against it today. The conditions weren't great, and they just got worse and worse and worse as the day goes on. They say hindsight's 20/20, but really, what I should have done is just stayed at Marina all day. I wasted time chasing other bits and pieces elsewhere with no guarantees, and none of it came to fruition. The only place I caught fish was in Hartlepool, either in the Marina or down in the rock pools. So learnt a lesson from that. I think got to just concentrate on one venue. Running around chasing fish all day, you're just chasing your tail, and you never quite catch up, I don't think. So yeah, well, this is just the start of the Winter League, so not all is lost. The Big Lurf Winter League starts on December 1st, and I think it ends at the end of March, so March 31st or whatever it is, 30th, I don't know, however many days are in March. So we've got plenty of time. It's still, what is it, the 3rd or 4th of December today, so we've got plenty of time. I'm not panicking. I'm not considering myself getting in the running for the overall species comp, because there's guys that are absolute loons that drive up and down the country trying to catch as many different species as possible. I'm not one of them. I restrict my lunacy to like an 80-mile radius, yeah, so I'll never be able to compete on the level with the species numbers. But what we do have here in the North East, we have very big flounder and we have very big perch. I may have even said this at some point in the video, but my goal is to finish in the top 3 of the perch and or the flounder competition, ideally both. So the perch and the flounder competition, again, I may have said this already, it's a combined total of your 3 longest. So your 3 longest flounder or your 3 longest perch. So those 2 little side comps, they're the ones that realistically us in the North East have got a good shout. In fact, both of them were taken by North Eastern anglers last year. So I'd like to put myself in the frame for one of them. Who knows? If the weather stays like this, then we've got no chance. So just pray now for a bit of flat calm and the colour to drop out this Marina, and then flounder game's back on. But until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.